it's Kevin with Gone Rogue Games. Whew, I am back from the dead. I've been sick for over a week and just was not up to doing videos. Just slept like crazy. And here's Zach coming to interrupt the video. As usually, here's it going on.
I just heard
He's
you
like,
being loud.
oh, Kevin's being loud. Better go check on him, see if he's dead. So anyway, I think you guys like these more off-the-cuff videos, so we'll start doing more of them. I think I'm going to tape some of the footage for Commander Night. You can see how crazy Commander is here at Gone Rogue Games. I actually played some Commander games on Saturday, and boy, was it miserable. I can't stand that format. Anyway, we'll show some of the gameplay here because a lot of you have suggested that we show more about the kind of the store life and what's going on here at a very rural, small, tiny store here in South Central Utah. So, got a few things to talk about with the market today on my Market Monday channel over the Rogue Deck Builder. If you're interested in that sort of conversation, I suggest coming over and checking out that channel. It's kind of a dead channel. A little bit of history. I know a lot of people are new. I saw my video a few weeks ago, got quite a few thousand views, which is substantial for this channel. And I think a lot of people don't know some of my backstory of how I got started in YouTube and where I was and how kind of the mighty have fallen since then. But for context, I ran a channel that was about brewing decks in Magic the Gathering. You can kind of see here, we still have some relics of the past here. So this is kind of my bread and butter. I would choose cards that I really liked that were more obscure cards for Magic. I don't know how well you can see these. This is clear back in 2014, so I've been doing this forever, 10 years plus on YouTube. And then here's from 2015. I wish I would have continued to make these. Unfortunately, like I said, I just got busy with other stuff, kind of fell out of the desire of really doing that sort of content. And it really lasted about 2018 was when I really gave up on the Rogue Deck Builder channel. But what I used to do was I used to brew kind of unconventional decks in Magic the Gathering, just post them on YouTube, and that was that. And my channel, I think at the very, very height, I think it's done to 29,000 subscribers right now, but at one point in time I had 35,000 subscribers, I believe. I think that was like the threshold I hit before I quit. And I think we amassed almost 8 million views on that channel. So I like doing the YouTubes, I like interacting with people. I've never really found like a good niche of something I can keep consistent content with. So maybe this in the future is something that I'll just pick up the camera, show more of like my day-to-day life, and just kind of I wanted to say a naughty word there, shoot the breeze with all you here on YouTube. So I appreciate all the comments on the last video and all the encouragement. I'm surprised how many people have come in and seen our store and loved our store. Sometimes Zach and I are like, oh, it's kind of just our little tiny store. I don't know what people get excited about, but there's a little bit of charm for these little hole in the walls like ours. They just have a few tables and are packed full of product like we are to the brim now. I've had to bring the board game sleeves clear over to this back room back in here. And I'll give you a full tour soon. We're actually gonna remodel this room. So all these shelves are gonna go and we're just gonna put shelves on the wall. Probably won't look as good unless, I don't know, maybe we could find more of these white shelves. We're just trying to really maximize the space and still make it look good. But as you can see, we got like these boxes that are shoved back here. We actually still sell these suckers. So every little nook and cranny is basically full of product here at Gone Rogue Games. But anyway, I appreciate all the comments and all the encouragement to keep me doing these videos. I, like I said, really enjoy doing them. And one of these years, I keep saying this like a broken record, I'll have to figure out how to do some little snazzy video editing and make these videos more interactive and exciting to watch. Eventually I'll try to find like a video editor or something that will have the same passion I have to create videos, and they can kind of edit them and we can work kind of off each other. But anyway, my little backstory again is started with the Rogue Deck Builder channel and was actually fortunate enough to get some sponsorships early on. And I was able to actually make a pro tour in Magic the Gathering. So I played in Pro Tour Dragon's Maze clear back in the day. And you can still find some videos about my experience there, that cool stuff shot when they sponsored me to go to that pro tour. So we have just slowly built this channel up. If you go over to my Rogue Deck Builder channel, you can actually find some of the older videos where we were starting the store. And I'm not joking, and we have the evidence to prove it. We started with like a couple shelves and a couple booster boxes of Magic. Did not even carry Pokemon, did not carry anything like Flesh and Blood or Lorcana. It was just Magic the Gathering, mainly singles that Zach and I had massed over our careers of playing Magic. One dog at the time, now there's 3 dogs, and so everything in the store has absolutely grown. In fact, even that, like 3D printers, things like that, we've accomplished quite a bit. So I'm very proud of what we've come. I know we haven't done the grind of some other store owners that have, like, I watch these like other people that get super serious with their businesses, and I'm like, sometimes you have to smell the roses as well. So I've had the most amazing last 10 years that we've been doing this, and I'm hoping for another future 10 years of doing this as well, and just trying to keep our overhead low, our spirits high, and as long as we're having fun doing it and we can pay the bills and we don't have to, you know, stress too much about life, then this is the career path that I've taken. I don't suggest it for everyone. I think one of the reasons why we've been able to make this work here in rural Utah is we have a very unique set of skills Zach and I do that can actually, first of all, being able to keep the overhead low is not something that people with families, I think, can do. I've been single for 20 years now. And so, we're at a particular advantage there. We stayed healthy, no, major expensive health costs, knock on wood. And, all those things factor into why we can actually keep overhead so low and be able to do this without stressing ourselves out. And it isn't for the faint of heart. It isn't for people that are, want to live that normal lifestyle of having their expensive cars, big houses, and all that kind of stuff. But also the unique set of skills is I still think there are very few people that know the Magic market as well as I do, coming from the background of being a player, also being a competitor at the highest level, as well as slowly learning the ins and outs of running a store. So I appreciate everyone that's stuck around and watched this channel. Hopefully I can give you some pretty good advice about stuff. I'm not going to give you advice about like starting stores and stuff, because I don't think we are a very unique situation where this can actually happen. And in fact, a lot of my money still comes from the grind online, from the Patreon, from buying and selling on there. And a lot of store owners or people that get into this sort of industry really don't know the ins and outs, and you'll get actually crushed if you don't know what you're doing there. What Zach wants to show off is, why don't you just make a channel, and then you can show people all the deck boxes.
And then
oh, you can rip his head off too.
Yeah,
oh boy.
And then, or even in there. I just thought it was cool.
It is cool. You make some really cool stuff. So anyway, that's kind of the little bit of backstory. I'll try to share little snippets. And if you guys want to know more of my journey, more of my personal life too, I'm fine with kind of sharing that sort of stuff. So anyway, you guys seem to like this sort of stuff. So what came in today? We had one piece come in, but only the starters. So I don't know what is going on with I can't remember what set is coming out now. What does my camera not like to focus on the ground when I... so here is the one piece 3D2Y starter decks. So I don't know if these come with like promo packs or anything, or if this is just gonna be another dead product. That's the problem with One Piece. It's kind of collectible. I know utility's there. I know people play it, but it's still like the booster boxes. The starter sets don't sell that well, and unfortunately, the distributor makes you take a lot of this crap to be able to just get the booster boxes. So if you're interested in these starter decks, reach out to me. I definitely need to unload quite a few of them, because how many come in these? So is there like 6 of them in one of these suckers? And then, let's see here. Ours are 4. So 6 starters, yeah. So 6 starters per box, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10. I have 60 starter decks I got to get rid of. So if you're looking for a way to get into One Piece, I think this is one of their newer ones, I believe. I mean, I believe I pre-ordered these a long time ago, and we should be having the other One Piece set. So the other big thing that has come in that I'll be shipping off here is the Lord of the Rings Commander decks had a reprint. So we thought that this was going to be the case. I think this definitely solidifies the precedent in Wizard of the Coast that they are going to reprint these Universes Beyond stuff until their IP rights expire. So I'm thinking there will be a lot of Lord of the Rings reprints. I wouldn't even put it past that the Commander or Collector decks get reprinted from Lord of the Rings. I know that the bundles probably should get a reprint, because I saw, what is the One Rings approach, like 185? Am I wrong there? I know it's over like 125, or no, the bundles are 185 bucks now. And I believe the Lord of the Rings One Ring, even contained in the bundle, it's like 125 bucks. So I wouldn't be surprised if Wizard gets absolutely greedy and just reprints it. It makes sense. There is enough demand for it. So my whole thing is like, ride the wave when you can with these products, but I'd be very, very squeezy holding onto these suckers long term, because until we know that there's a expiration of that IP, and then it might be a good time to move into these suckers. So anyway, it did get a very substantial reprint in Lord of the Rings Commander, so I bought as many as I could. They've already been sold to patrons, so if you are a patron, I will be shipping these off today. I think I hopefully can get them out today. Everything is so far behind this week. We have Dustmorn coming up as well, and other things that have been going quite well here with Magic the Gathering is the collector boosters from Bloomburrow are gone now. So I'm limited to 2 a week from one distributor. The rest of the distributors are completely out of Bloomburrow. So unfortunately, I have to cut some orders that were put in this week for Bloomburrow, and I'm going to need to save some for the store as well. We have a very ravenous crowd right now for collector's boosters, which is a change here. So everything's looking up and up here at our store too. We've got a lot of Commander players that are actually spending money. Like, we got a good ecosystem going. For a while there, we didn't really have a good ecosystem of like trade-ins, buying, selling cards, things like that. And now we've started to get that back up. We've seen a huge increase in people buying singles, which is a good sign. I do think that Magic the Gathering and Pokemon have not followed inflation. So I'm expecting within the next year or so that there will be price increases for both Pokemon and Magic. And then I believe that then it will create these older products like this just to go up relative based upon the fact you see this whenever there's like a price increase. So say these elite trainers are 25 bucks a pop right now. We'll just put that out there as a starting point. And then the manufacturer increases them to 35 the next set because of cost of goods and everything. Oftentimes that just causes these older ones just to jump up and match those because of like the kind of opposite of price memory. It sets a new standard for that. So I'm thinking that it might be a good time to go into older Pokemon products and Magic products and buy everything up that's under that supposed new price of inflation. And I think that they'll actually start to match it. So again, I'm feeling a lot better. The whole market seems a lot less negative. People seem to be spending money. Pokemon and Magic, I still think, are printing a little too much. I think the reprints are too high. I think that there have been some very good changes in Magic the Gathering of trying to harbor more of the 1 versus 1, which is breathing a new life into that market that's been dead for so long. So you can see like standard, modern, Pioneer cards are going through the roof right now. And that's a good sign too. And hopefully here in Richfield, that'll start picking up. So we just don't have, right now, everyone, the commanderification of Magic hit our area super hard. It consolidated everyone from playing different formats into Commander. And again, that's like, I miss drafting, I miss like even standard, I miss all of that sort of stuff. So hopefully with a clear path to a Pro Tour, with a clear path for people like competing in other events, this might breathe new life into people wanting to play 1v1, because I'm definitely itching to, play some Constructed again. So anyway, that's kind of the update here, what's going on at Gunroll Games. Like I said, I'll probably try to tape some video footage of people playing Commander, maybe do some interviews with some customers and whatnot, and show you some of the overall day-to-day grind here at the store. So again, I appreciate all the comments. All the people especially said they came to our store and loved it. It's a huge ego boost. Sometimes it's like, of course we're doing this for money. I mean, everyone does a job for money, but it's also a passion project. So it's always nice when people appreciate like all the hard work you've done and of trying to establish like a place for people to play. And, I do feel like we add a lot here to the community. Just having a game store here in Richfield, Utah, just adds so much to the livability of this area. So support your local game store. Make sure they are well-to-do. If you can't, if you don't have a local game store, we'd love to have you over at Patreon. I try to treat the patrons as best I can, give prices the best I can. And like I said, I could really use some help moving some of this one piece. So here's the thing. Yes, guys, I could easily dump this on TC Player. This is like an ethical thing for me. I think the TC Player and eBay are toxic to this entire ecosystem of local game stores. They just enable a lot of, like I say, the basement soulless sellers. And so when I don't like to sell on eBay. I don't like to give eBay or TC Player a dime because a lot of times when I sell on those platforms, they make more. They take more of a cut than I make off of them. So like I said, I'd rather actually blow it out at cost and make no money to a person than make, measly a couple bucks maybe is what you could probably try to eke out of some of these lesser products than going on eBay or TC Player. So you scratch my back, I scratch your back. If you're looking for a super cheap product, I love to help you out. It helps our numbers too. That's what I love about the whole Patreon thing. Helps us actually have some clout with distributors so I can actually get some cool things and actually they can call me back. Like that was the most frustrating thing is about being a early store is distributors don't even care unless you're spending tens of thousands of dollars per order. And so with Patreon, we can get up to those numbers. So check it out, patreon.com/roguedeckbuilder if you are interested in super cheap product for any TCG, any board game, any sleeves, accessories, etc. We have you covered. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Gone Rogue Games. Thanks for watching.